Ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve their dreams while others struggle? The secret might be in how they set and pursue their goals. Imagine this. You're in a boat and you want to get to the other side of the lake. You grab your oars and start rowing, but without a clear direction, you're just going around in circles. Having a goal is like having that point on the other side of the lake to aim for. It gives your efforts direction and purpose. Goals can be as grand as starting a successful business, or as simple as finishing a book you've been meaning to read. They're not just for the big, life-changing events. Goals can be applied to our everyday lives, to the tasks and challenges we face on a daily basis. Think about the last time you set a goal for yourself. It could be anything. Maybe you wanted to lose weight, learn a new language, or even just wake up earlier in the morning. Remember how that goal gave you a sense of purpose? How it motivated you to keep going even when things got tough? That's the power of a goal. But there's more to it than just setting a goal. You need to have a clear, achievable objective. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success look like to you? Is it having a thriving career, owning a beautiful home, being able to travel the world? The more specific your goal, the easier it is to plan for and achieve it. And let's not forget that achieving a goal doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and often a lot of grit and determination. But the satisfaction of reaching that goal, of knowing you've accomplished what you set out to do, that's something truly special. Remember, the first step to achieving your dreams is setting a goal. But how do you go about it? Let's dive in. Setting a goal is not about picking a random dream and hoping it comes true. It's about choosing a path that aligns with your passion and values. When we're talking about setting the right goals, we need to introduce a little something called the SMART criteria. It's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break it down. First off, specific. A vague goal is like a fuzzy picture. It's hard to grasp and even harder to achieve. For instance, instead of saying, I want to get fit, a specific goal would be, I want to be able to run 5 miles without stopping. Next, we have measurable. This means your goal should have a clear indicator of progress. Sticking with our fitness example, you could measure your progress by tracking the distance you run every week. Seeing your progress in black and white can be incredibly motivating. Then, we have achievable. This doesn't mean you should limit yourself to easy goals. It means your goals should be challenging but not impossible. If you've never run a mile, aiming to run a marathon in a month might be a bit ambitious. Moving on to relevant. Your goals should align with your values and long-term objectives. If you're aiming to improve your health, a goal to run 5 miles makes sense. But if your main aim is to build muscle, you might want to set a different goal. And finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. It creates a sense of urgency and keeps you focused. So instead of saying, I'll run 5 miles eventually, you might say, I'll run 5 miles within the next 3 months. Setting a SMART goal is like drawing a map to your destination. Now that you have your map, let's talk about how to get there. A goal can seem daunting when you look at it as a whole, but when you break it down into smaller parts, it becomes more manageable. Let's imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain, looking up at the peak. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but consider this. If you were to break that journey up into a series of small, manageable hikes, suddenly that mountain doesn't seem so insurmountable. The same principle applies when you're working towards a goal. To start breaking down your goal, first, identify the steps. Think about what tasks need to be completed to reach your goal. If you're writing a book, for example, you might start with research, then move on to outlining, drafting, revising, and finally publishing. Each of these steps is a mini goal in itself, contributing to the larger objective. Once you've identified these steps, it's time to prioritize. Not all tasks are created equal. Some are more urgent or important than others. It's crucial to understand which tasks must be tackled first and which can wait. This helps to avoid feeling overwhelmed by trying to do everything at once. Setting deadlines for each task is another important aspect of breaking down your goals. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, which can be a powerful motivator. They also provide a clear timeline, helping you to see how your goal is progressing. But what about staying motivated and focused? Here's the trick. Celebrate your small victories. Each completed task is a step closer to your goal. Take a moment to acknowledge your progress. It can be as simple as treating yourself to a cup of coffee or taking a moment to enjoy the sunset. These moments of celebration can provide the boost you need to keep going. In the same way, it's essential to stay focused. Don't let distractions derail your progress. Remember why you set this goal in the first place and keep that at the forefront of your mind. Breaking down your goal is like eating an elephant. You do it one bite at a time. Now that you know how to take your bites, let's talk about how to keep going. Achieving a goal is a journey, and like any journey, it can be tiring. But there are ways to stay motivated and keep going. It's crucial to recognize and celebrate the small victories along the way. Each milestone, no matter how minor it may seem, is a step closer to your ultimate goal. Celebrating these mini achievements can give you the boost of energy and motivation needed to keep going. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. Would you focus solely on the distant peak? Or would you also appreciate the unique view at each stage of the climb? The same principle applies to your goals. Don't just fixate on the end result. Enjoy the process, relish in the progress, and remember, every step counts. Staying motivated throughout your journey can sometimes be a challenge. But there are several strategies you can adopt to keep your spirits high. One effective way is keeping a progress journal. Documenting your journey helps you visualize your progress, making it easier to stay focused and motivated. A progress journal can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a diary where you jot down your thoughts, a checklist where you tick off tasks as you complete them, or even a vision board where you pin images and quotes that inspire you. The key is to make it personal, something that stirs your emotions and ignites your passion. Another way to stay motivated is by having a support group. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your dreams. They can provide the encouragement you need during tough times and celebrate with you during victories. Finally, understand the importance of resilience and perseverance. There will be setbacks, there will be obstacles, but remember, they are not roadblocks, they're merely speed bumps. They're not meant to stop you, but to make you stronger, wiser, and more determined. Remember, the journey to achieving your goal is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your destination. So celebrate those steps, stay motivated, and above all, keep going. You're on your way to greatness. Today, we learned about the power of goals, how to set the right ones, break them down, and stay motivated. We discovered that the right goals align with our values and ambitions. We then understood the importance of breaking these goals into manageable tasks and maintaining motivation by celebrating our progress. It's all about creating a goal-setting habit that empowers us to dream big. Remember, your goals are your dreams in work clothes. So put on those work clothes and start building your dreams.